What's up, Crossers? So many of you asked me to give you an English subtitle for my previous jhope video, but unfortunately I was so busy with so many projects going on at the same time. My hands were full, so I couldn't add an English subtitle. Instead, this time what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna shoot this video entirely in English so that my international viewers can also understand what's going on. And for my Korean viewers, obviously I'm gonna have Korean subtitle for you guys. So, jhope released another song from his Jack in the Box album. So this song is called Arson. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna briefly share my brief analysis of this music video. And then I'm gonna move on to the lyrics, right? And then I'm gonna go line by line explaining what the Korean lyrics mean and also what the English lyrics mean. This obviously for my Korean viewers. And because the purpose of my channel is not about talking about K-pop per se, but helping Korean English learners learn English, I'm also gonna teach you guys some useful expressions along the way. So you ready? Okay, now let's go. So first off, let's start with the music video, okay? So this is another very dark theme, but this time I wasn't so surprised because, you know, like after more, I was kind of expecting that jhope will experiment more with his music, and he did. This song is pretty simple, like a boom bap style beat that's kind of on repeat, right? It's very simple and straightforward. And at the start of the music video, we can see a fake facade in the background. So the whole fire thing here, right? The whole theme about fire and setting things on fire, it's a metaphor for success and hustle, right? So when I first saw the fake facade in the background, I thought it's something that jhope wanted at the start of his career, or even before that, right? When he was a trainee. Maybe he wanted to buy a 2-story house, but the fact that it's not an actual real house, but a fake facade, kind of tells that he realized that it's not what he actually wanted. You know, after owning such a house, he felt kind of empty. In a later part of the music video, as jhope walks toward a camera when people are on fire, you can see in the background that the fake house catches fire, and seconds later, it's completely burned down. So as an aspiring K-pop star, he wanted it all, and he actually got them all after BTS's huge success, but he wasn't really happy about it. So I pointed out how people were even on fire, and everything in the music video you can see is on fire. So the entire world is on fire, which symbolizes BTS's huge popularity across the globe. And even though he talks about how he wants to stop the fire, jhope, as you can see in the music video, is on fire, and his heart is pounding like crazy. It might symbolize that even after he burned up the world with his popularity, with his talent and skills, he's still passionate about his artistic works and projects to come. Now I'm gonna move on to the lyrics, but before I move on, I want to point out how jhope's album itself kind of serves a role of delivering a message to listeners and armies out there about BTS's sudden decision to take a pause and focus on their solo projects, right? The whole lyrics is about basically an artist who has achieved tremendous success, but at the same time is kind of struggling to figure out what to do from that point on, right? Because being at the top is cool, and you know, it's fun and everyone likes you. Well, there are haters, but pretty much you're loved by so many people. It's a great feeling. But maintaining your position at the top may not be all that fun and exciting. The amount of stress that BTS members had to handle, you know, it's hard to even imagine. So, as we go through line by line, I'm going to talk about this a little more. So let's dive right into the lyrics. So let's burn, it's done, right? So he's done achieving a lot. He's done being successful. and leaving his marks on the pop scene. So here's talking about setting his passion on fire and setting his dream on fire. Again, fire symbolizing his passion and his hard work and his enthusiasm for his goal and dream. So he's burning his entire life, which doesn't mean that he's screwing things up in his life, but instead it means that he's just working so hard towards his goal. Every day I ran, so he never stopped working hard. Back in the day, I couldn't stop because I wanted it so bad, right? I burnt it all. He burnt it all means that he almost burnt out working so hard, so crazy hard, right? And I wanted it all, yeah? He wanted it all. He wanted money and fame and success, popularity and everything. And he got them all, right? So he became famous, he became richer, and now he's super popular. And along the way, he was burning out, right? Because he forced himself to work hard around the clock, he never rested. So the engine for his passion and ambition was overheated, right? And he knew nothing about what it really is like to be successful. Then he goes, when I sweat, I shower in petrol. Who does that, right? So, but again, this shows his dedication to his career. Sweating here means that you're exhausted. When you're tired and exhausted, normal people will go take a regular shower, not a petrol shower. But he did that. Why? So that he can set the world on fire. Even when he was down and exhausted, he didn't stop. Unlike people who would just stop and rest and then do it again when they're ready, he will just do it, right? Ready or not, he will just do it and continue working towards his goal. So things go harder as he run his way, right? So slowly, they're seeing results and their popularity finally is now at the top. They top all types of charts. And with their rising popularity, also grew the number of born haters. And every time he tries to do something, people will just honk and honk, telling him, oh, stay on track. You're a K-pop idol. You're not supposed to go that way, so move, right? But he even likes the kind of attention is something that he craved when BTS was not as big in the past. Because with my fans, with my label, with my fellas, we're all burning together all day. So the literal translation of the line right here, it means rational accomplice. So I was the one who started this fire, but we did it together, right? We're all in this together. So being an arsonist was fun, okay? Being successful and going up and up and up and being more and more successful. The whole journey was fun and I don't fear anything. And then he goes, a second ahead, a moment ahead, F off. Well, I didn't know jhope could curse. If anyone asks me, right, I was the one who started this. And now I ask myself, what do you want to choose? Are you gonna continue setting things on fire or fuel this fire even further? Or are you gonna put the fire out? Meaning that he might slow down and focus on his own solo career and maybe do more experimental things like this album. It's done, I achieved my dream, yeah, done, right? And success, done. My part of the job, done. More, none. So he's tired, he wants to stop. So he kind of has this mixed feelings about his career. So a part of him is saying you should know when to stop. When people are rooting for you, you gotta leave, and that's how you keep it cool. So when he lit the flame, he did it for himself, and he had no idea that the entire world will be engulfed by the fire he started. And now things are cooling down a little bit, and looking back, now he sees his marks he left behind and realizes that it was a major wildfire. Oh shit, it's too hot. No, I suffer and wake up in the middle of the night. and I look within and have a little conversation with myself, I realize that I'm scared. So this shows the pain that he felt as a rising superstar. So everyone wants to keep the fire burning. Nobody can't and nobody stopped. Nobody's like, hey BTS, you've done enough, so relax and get some rest, right? Nobody's saying that. So he's the only one, or BTS members, they're the only one who can stop this fire. Fireman is confused. They're in a dilemma. Even though they have the power and ability to put the fire out, here again, which symbolizes taking a pause on their group projects and relaxing a little bit. Even if they do that, it might be just a dark path filled with ashes. So it's thinking, I know it's a decision for me, but even if I make that decision, I might not like it. And I tell myself, so a moment ahead, I'll find myself at a critical juncture. And now I need a solution. People will blame us for taking time for ourselves, but we have to be really smart and find our way around all the blame. So by now you'll understand why I said his entire album is pretty much about, well, not defending BTS's decision, but communicating their feelings, what it was like to be at the top for so long and to have to deal with all the pressure on them, not having that freedom they once had when people were not paying attention. But now everyone's like, when I try to make a left turn, everyone's like, no, you can't do that. And when I try to make a right turn, everyone's like, no, just honking and honking and honking. I mean, this is very smart, I think, because the best way to communicate your thoughts with your fans as an artist, as a singer, is through songs, through lyricism, and More and Arson, they did a perfect job of doing that. So maybe other BTS members' solo projects might be quite different from this because they're not gonna say the same thing over and over, you know? So I expect to see more varieties down the road. You know, I think jhope did a great job being the first one to start BTS's solo projects. So overall, regardless of the album's performance, I think this album is already a huge success. Even though it's somewhat experimental, it feels like a necessary step for BTS. Alright guys, so that was my quick analysis of jhope's Arson music video and also a line-by-line analysis of its lyrics. And if you like my video, consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. And remember, you can always learn English from me and Spencer. Visit my website, www.detoxenglishkorea.com. That's all I have for today, so hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next video. To the other side.